Hello, everybody, back bringing some more stuff, and today, I'm recording a PEGCAST. Last time I went to, I almost said I went to Canada. Last time I talked about Canada, and I went to Irvine. This time I'm driving back. And, dude, there's always so much condensation on my car. Like, I actually cannot explain it, but there's always so much condensation on my car. When oh, no! Oh, okay, my Bluetooth is off. Oh, my goodness. I thought I was gonna have a travesty on my hands. Everybody. I thought I was gonna have a travesty on my hands, but I did not. I do have to turn on my little defroster, though, for a moment. So yeah, guys, it sounds quiet. Do you guys feel like it's quiet? I feel like there's not that much noise. It's like a quiet beginning of the PEGCAST. And, like, it's gonna get loud, and I know that, but, you know. Yeah, so last time I drove to Irvine, this time I'm driving back from Irvine. So that's exciting. I'm excited to go home. I am sad to be driving back, but I'm excited to be home. I'm excited to see my cats. I'm excited to sit on my pewter. They're not walking. Those fellas, they got Taco Bell. Everybody. They got Taco Bell. Okay. So, here's the deal. I have some things to talk with you about. Number one, they announced the Nintendo Switch 2 today. And, you know, I stayed away from as many leaks as I could, but I wasn't really actively avoiding, just, like, avoiding, you know? So, because of that... Wait, guys, I didn't set my GPS. Like, I don't really... And I'm not going the way I normally go. So I actually... Like, this is the way I used to go. Like, forever ago, when I lived somewhere different. So I, like, don't really know the route. And my GPS isn't on. So I don't know how to get home. And my phone isn't plugged in. Dude, I'm a mess. I'm a freaking mess, everybody. I'm a freaking mess. So I'll have to pull over and fix that. But, yeah, they announced the Switch 2 today. And that was exciting because... Oh, I stayed away from as much as I could, but I did see the leaks of, like, what it looked like. You know, like, the shape of it and stuff. So, you know, I already knew that, but I didn't know literally anything else. So I don't know what, like, the specs are or anything. I don't know anything at all. So, you could color me so freaking surprised when I find that the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer had Mario Kart in it. Oh no. Is there somewhere to pull over here? Okay, there is. There is somewhere to pull over. It's like a really long turn lane right after a bus stop, so I'm just gonna pull a little bit ahead of the bus stop and park. Oh! Guys, I dropped my phone. Guys. Okay. I'm gonna open my little app. Nope, this is telling me how to get back to where I was. Okie doke. Boom. Okay, that's good. I'm supposed to share my ETA. I've done it. And the other thing was plugging in my phone, so I'll do that right now. Awesome. Everything is set. We're all ready to go. Who's excited? I'm gonna put my car into drive. And then I'm gonna wait for a couple more cars to pass by, and then I'm gonna turn off my hazards and go! Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I have directions this time. My phone is not overheating. All is well. But yeah, so they announced Mario Kart 9, effectively. It'd be funny if they like pull an iPhone and they skip 9 and they go to X. Because technically there was Mario Kart 8 and then 8 Deluxe, and you could consider Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Mario Kart 9, and then call the next Mario Kart X for Mario Kart 10, right? But this video has like almost no footage of Mario Kart in it, but it's clear that it's a new game. Like, all the carts are squished and cute, like all the characters are super cute. Mario looks great, Luigi looks great, and they've redesigned Donkey Kong, and he looks a lot more like his original design and less like the one that they've kind of settled on for more recent projects like Mario Kart 8 and Smash Ultimate and stuff. So, you know, this has come to a lot of mixed reactions. I've seen a lot of people saying, like, dude, this new Donkey Kong design is so ugly. Why have they massacred him? He looks so bad now, and he used to look so good before. Like, why would they do this? I think these guys are smoking reefer, everybody. I think they're smoking. They're all crazy. The new Donkey Kong looks so cute. And if you like the old Donkey Kong more, then, like, power to you, I guess. Keep smoking what you're smoking. Have so much fun with it. But just know that there are greener pastures out there for you, and they involve loving the new Donkey Kong. They involve loving the new Donkey Kong, everybody. Because I'm really glad I realized I had to turn my GPS on, because I would not know how to get back this way. I definitely would have taken a wrong turn, I think. So yeah, the new Donkey Kong, so cute, so super cute. I really, really like him. And then, you don't get to see Yoshi in, like, high fidelity. You only get to see him, like, in kind of blurry background shots. So, basically what I'm saying is I can't tell you if Yoshi's gonna be cute or not. Because Yoshi, his, like, nose ever so slightly changes, and his posture ever so slightly changes, and it, like, fundamentally changes his cuteness, you know? So, like, in Melee, Yoshi has, like, a long nose, and he bends over a lot, and he, like, looks like an alien. I don't know how to really explain this other than just saying, like, watch some footage, like, go on YouTube and look up Melee Yoshi, and just, like, watch a competitive match of Yoshi. He looks like an alien. He looks so weird. But then there's, like, Yoshi in, like, Yoshi from Yoshi's Island. So cute, so cute. Yoshi from Smash Ultimate. It's, like, a little weird in the opposite direction. Like, he's too much people in Smash Ultimate, as opposed to being too much like alien dog in Melee, you know? So, well, also I like the alien dog Yoshi. I like him a lot, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, I can't tell you how cute Yoshi is yet, because we just haven't gotten the information. We haven't gotten to see him in high fidelity for me to tell you if Yoshi is a banger or not. But frankly, I would be floored if Yoshi was not cute after seeing how cute Mario and Luigi are. Especially Luigi. Luigi fans are eating well because he looks so freaking cute. It's unbelievable. He's so freaking cute. So yeah, I mean that's that. The Switch 2, it's also interesting that it like sticks in, it like clips in like a normal cable instead of sliding. Hopefully this means that if you attach the Joy-Con strap upside down, it does not get stuck. Because it used to get stuck. Well, it still does get stuck on the Switch. But I don't really have anything else to say, you know? Like, I don't think there's that much to be excited about with the new console unless I get to touch the buttons, right? Like, I was talking about this in my Pro Controller Thursday review, that, like, the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons have these really, like, hard tactile buttons that feel like, I don't know, they're, like, really hard, as opposed to, like, mushy. And people are always like, I want a tactile click, I don't want mushy. But, like, I don't know how to break it to you guys, but you're wrong. You're like the people that say they want blue Switch clicky keyboards, and then they get it, and they're like, this is the best. And then, like, a year passes, and they're like, why did I buy this? Like, what was I thinking? You know? So, like, the clicky buttons of the Joy-Cons are just, like, brutal. But the membrane buttons of the Switch Lite, the membrane buttons of the Switch Pro Controller, of the GameCube controller, these are all buttons that I really enjoy the feeling of, and I hope that the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2 follow suit. I hope that the Switch 2 has similar button feel to the good ones. The Nintendo DS, the Switch Lite, the Pro Controller, the Wii U Gamepad. Can I be honest? The Wii U Gamepad is, like, low-key the best controller ever. Like, low-key, you know? So, yeah. I say low-key because it's definitely not. Having the stick above, well, it's not bad. I don't know. Actually, I won't say that it's definitely not. I really like it. But it might automatically be ruled out by the fact that it doesn't have analog triggers, that they're just digital, right? Like I feel like it's just gotta be the DualSense. The PS5 controller. The DualSense is so nice. Because the DualShock is, like, really comfortable if you play claw. So, like, you have one finger for the trigger, one finger for the bumper. Or you, like, bring one finger down, so you have, like, your middle finger on the trigger and bumper, and your index finger on the D-pad, and then your thumb on the stick. These are both, like, very comfortable with the DualShock, the PS4 controller. On the DualSense, the PS5 controller, those styles are still comfortable, but holding it normally is more comfortable as well. Like, holding it so that you have, like, your fingers, your thumbs for the face buttons, and your index fingers for the triggers and bumpers. So I feel like the DualSense just has to be the best, because I really enjoy its buttons as well. And it has so many features, like it got HD Rumble really well, and it got, it has, like, the haptic feedback, you know? Is haptic feedback the right word? Or is that, like... No, I think it is. I was thinking of biofeedback. Like, when you put a monitor on and you can, like, see your heart rate and you can, like, learn to control your heart rate because you have feedback. But I just mean, like, they can change the stiffness of the triggers and their analog, and I don't know, it just feels really good. So, yeah, I mean, I think the best controller is probably the DualSense. Unless you're, like, I don't know, know, you could also say it's the GameCube controller because it's so specialized. But it's definitely not the best controller for every game, right? Like, if I was playing a 2D Mario game, I would rather not be playing a GameCube controller. Like, if I'm trying to use X and A, like, I don't know, it's not as good. So, yeah. Another thing to mention, this is separate, so I'm kind of moving on at this point. Maybe I should finish this up. So, the Switch 2, I'm not that excited because I don't know anything about it. I hope the buttons feel great, and I'm excited to have bigger Joy-Cons. I'm excited for them to fill my hand a little bit more. I'm excited to have probably more power in the system, and I'm extremely excited about the games that will launch with it, right? So Mario Kart 9, super, super hyped. Switch 2, you know? So, like, I'll start caring more about the Switch 2 when we get confirmation of more games that are coming to it. But other than that, you know, tonight I took Cammie out for a little surprise that she didn't call a date, so I'm, like, hesitant to call it a date. But, you know, I thought of it as a date. Like, it wasn't serious. It wasn't, like, it wasn't formal. We didn't, like, dress up. But, you know, I took her out and paid for our little dessert that we shared, so I thought it was a date. But maybe I'm wrong. I know we're dating, though. That's for sure. You know, when you consider how long we've been dating, we haven't gone on that many dates. But that's just because we hang out at, like, home. And we watch cool stuff and we play cool stuff. Oh, before I talk about this, just so I don't forget, I'm, like, kind of excited that the Valorant season is starting. It starts tomorrow in the US. It started today in Europe. And in Europe, one of the teams that played today has this player who, she's from the Game Changers League, which is for, like, women and queer people. And she was, like, the best player in the whole Game Changers League. Like, she's a friggin' beast, you know? So, they put her on this team in Europe, and she had her first match today. And I think she lost, but, like, I don't know. It seemed like she was kind of frying. It seemed like she was pretty good. It didn't seem like she was the problem, is really what I'm saying. But I only kind of watched some highlights. I didn't fully watch, so I can't say with confidence that she's not the problem. Hold on, I gotta merge, y'all. Wow. It's so nice merging when, like, nobody is on the highway, you know? Because just, like, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about all that garbage. This is not saying that you shouldn't look. You should always practice safe driving, everybody. You have to practice safe driving. Everybody knows this. But it's nice not having to worry. Like, if there's literally nobody there and you're looking, it's just, like, nice. It's easier. But yeah, so it was cool to watch her play in the highlights. And then I'm excited to watch Cloud9 play tomorrow because it's, like, fun to support the esports scene. Because it's, like, a game that's, like, dissimilar to most games that I have, like, really followed competitively. Because it's all based on, like, positioning and teamwork. And I've always watched fighting games, which are, like, 1v1, you know? So, like, in the games that I typically follow, there isn't, like, a ton of room for people to, like, work together with their abilities to, like, create combo moments. So, it's just fun to watch Valorant and, like, try to figure out what's happening at a high level. And I'm not, like, really putting a lot of effort into it. This makes it sound like I'm like, gaming. I'm not. I am just watching for fun. But sometimes I'll see something and I'll be like, ooh, like, that was really nice. Like, today I watched this guy, like, let himself get scanned by a dart, and it was like, oh, they know where he is, and then he like waited perfectly and like played around sound cues really well, and then just like took space, cleared it out, and like won the moment for his team without really like killing anybody. I like that kind of a moment is really cool. It reminds me of this Twitter clip where in Melee, Mango walked Zane, his opponent, like all the way to the corner of the stage without using a single move. Like he only used movement. And like that's just an all-time clip. So things like that happen in Valorant way more. And it's just cool. It's just cool. It's a different kind of game, you know? Also, Miku is in Fortnite. Everybody who is excited, Miku is in freaking Fortnite, everybody. It like makes me want to both play Fortnite and buy Miku. Even though I don't play Fortnite. But yeah, so I want to play Miku Fortnite so bad. And Maya was talking about Miku Fortnite. And I was like, oh, we have to play Miku Fortnite together. So I hope we do, actually. I hope we do. But yeah, so back to what I was going to talk about before. Cammy and I went to this place. Well, I took her to this place. I've known about it for a long time, but we haven't really had an opportunity to go. Called Polar Playground. That's pretty close to UC Irvine. And they do like custom big like character shaped cotton candies. And you wouldn't know that from their name. And you wouldn't know that from the fact that their giant sign out in front of their place says ice cream. But they're like a cotton candy place first and foremost. And that was like crazy because I drove up there and I was like, oh my god, what if this is like what they used to do and it's like pre-pandemic or something and now they're just an ice cream place? And I've like taken my vegan girlfriend to a place where they don't have any vegan stuff. And I was like really worried. But as it turns out, that's not what happened. So we went in and we had to decide who we wanted to get. And there was this really friendly looking guy who was like getting a custom thing made. Like he was showing them a picture of this character and they were creating it. Sorry, I yawned, everybody. But yeah, they were creating it and they created it so well. It's like this giant head, you know? But it was really sick. And so Cammy decided that we should get Pikachu because she was between Pikachu, Snorlax, Kirby, and Totoro. And she wanted to not get Kirby because he's just a circle. Didn't want to get Totoro because it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. Didn't want to get Snorlax because blue dye might dye her tongue, you know? And so that leaves us with Pikachu, who is not just a circle, he's like a complex shape and he's yellow. So it's like the best of both worlds, you know? And we decided to get Pikachu, and then we watched them make Pikachu. It was so cool. It was really fun. And we have a bunch of pictures of it. And, you know, I was really excited to take her there because she loves cotton candy. Like, anytime we go somewhere where there's cotton candy, she's like, oh, cotton candy, you know? But she doesn't get it very much. So I just thought, like, oh, this would be like a fun date idea. But I guess maybe it wasn't a date because she didn't call it one. She just said, like, look at where I went with Jack, or look what Jack surprised me with. So, I don't know. But, what was I saying? Sorry, I was focused on driving for a second, like, what? Oh, it was yummy. So the yellow was lemon flavor, and then on the inside of it was like a layer of pink, and that was watermelon, and on the inside of that was like a tiny bit of white, which had no extra flavor. So that was yummy. And then Sorry guys, I had to do a big yawn. I hope that some of you yawned with me, or are yawning now. Sorry guys, I can't say that word or think about it or it happens. So, on his ears, they like attached these little gray triangles to the top, and then they attached, the red circles for his cheeks, and then the red bit for his mouth with a pink bit for his tongue, and then his eyes and his nose. And his nose was a Cocoa Pebble, and his eyes were thin Oreos with like most of the frosting gone. And then his, the rest of these bits, I thought they were just felt. And I was like, you're going to be the one eating felt. Like, you test it. I'm not going to just eat some felt. Like, that's not happening to me, And try the felt she did, and as it turned out, it was not felt. It was just like cotton candy that had been squished together a little more, so it like was more felt-like. And so we both ate like about half. So that was nice. It was super fun. And while we were on the way over, Cammie got like some bad news. It wasn't like super bad, but it was like not the best. It was just like about her work, just like frustrating. So she was just like so unhappy. And I was talking with her in the car about it and like trying to help her feel better, and we eventually get to the place, and I'm like stuck at a little U-turn section where I'm supposed to U-turn, but I have to wait for the other cars to stop going first. And I whispered to her and I was like, hey Cammie. And she was like, I'm sorry, I'll get over it. And I was like, no. Like, don't say you'll get over it. Like, it's not get over it. It's just like, that sucks, but it's going to be okay. And let's just try to move on for now. Because, the only reason I whispered was because we're here, basically. And she was like, okay. And then we went in and she was like totally blown away, Like, she had a great time. So, everything went really well with it. I think it was like a huge success. And I'm really happy because I bided my time with this one. I saved it for like literally multiple years without telling her like what it was. So yeah, I mean, like, she had never heard of it. She didn't even know the place existed. So I think I did really well. She was like, how did you find out about this place? I was like, I'm full of love. And the reason I said that was half because it's true. 50% it's because I'm full of love. And that's why I know. That's why I know about this place. It's because I'm full of love. So I'm on the lookout, But the other reason is, the other reason I said that is because, I don't know. Like, it probably just showed up on my Instagram one time. But I have actually no idea why it popped up. Or, when it popped up. I don't really remember. I just know that I have it saved in this notes app of, different places that I can take my girlfriend. So, yeah. I don't know. That's the story. And that's really all I had planned. I've run out of stuff to talk about. So maybe I'll talk about one of just the age-old topics. Smash 6, everybody. What about the next Smash game? Let's talk about this. So, here's my hope. And this is, I'm not saying that this is actually going to happen. Just, this would be really cool. And I'm going to talk about this. And if I'm right, I'm going to sound like friggin' gamer crazy heaven. And if I'm wrong, then I won't sound like that. But, I hope that you'll still indulge me in this. So Mario Kart, the new one, it looks like it has, the original designs for Donkey Kong, And it's, all cutesy-like. And I'm hoping that they take this sort of simplistic approach with Smash. I hope they get rid of, all the characters. I hope they have a relatively small roster full of, inventive and, new, fresh characters, right? So, I want to see a new moveset on Mario. I want to see a down B on him that is not spinning around in a circle really fast and that is not FLUDD. Because both of those are so played out. Mario has had that downbeat in, like, 64, in Melee, and then in Brawl and Wii U and Ultimate, he has Flood. So, like, he's been the same character other than that the entire time. And none of his aerials, like, actually are emblematic of anything that he does, you know? So, I would like to see some more moves that are a little more emblematic of who Mario is, you know? Like, let me see Cappy. Let me see, like, a really cool special move that lets him switch between different flowers. So, like, he can pick the bubble flower from Mario Wonder, and he can jump on the bubbles and stuff. Or he can pick, like, the fire flower, and it does damage, you know? Or he can pick, like, the ice flower, and if he hits you, like, 3 times, then you freeze. And he can, like, get a free hit on you or something, you know? Like, let's see something cool. Let's see something cool. When we put Link in the next game, I'm going to be sick and tired of the Gale Boomerang from Twilight Princess. We don't need to see the Gale Boomerang. Okay, actually, he doesn't have the Gale Boomerang in the new one. I forgot. They changed it. But, like, Link has been the same since 64 as well. He has Bomb, he has Boomerang, he has Bow and Arrow, and he has Spin Attack for up B. He's got the same sword moves. He's got the same everything. Can we get something new? Can Donkey Kong do something interesting? Just give him a little bit more of his, like, Donkey Kong Country type of personality. Maybe instead of having Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and they're both the same they've always been, just make them a tag team. And, like, Donkey Kong can, like, for his up B, instead of doing the weird spin move, which, by the way, I love the spin move, but here's the thing. You don't need all the moves you love in every game. Right? Like, I love Falco in Melee. That does not mean I need him to play like that in every Smash game. Variety is the spice of life. Penguins. Variety is the spice of life. If instead of the up B where he spins, Donkey Kong had, like, Diddy Kong come out and use his jetpack to make them fly a little bit, like from the Donkey Kong Country games, like Returns and Tropical Freeze, that are more recent, wouldn't that be cool? Like, wouldn't people be cool with that? You could even give him, like, a throwing a barrel move. Why does he not have a throwing a barrel move? He does that in, like, every game. He always throws a barrel. Like, that's a Donkey Kong signature, guys. And instead, all he's doing is spinning around and swinging his arms and bashing his head. It's all he does. Like, does Donkey Kong need to be in Smash? I feel like he does, right? This is something worth examining, but I feel like Donkey Kong needs to be in Smash because he's, like, the funny guy. Like, everybody loves Donkey Kong. But you know what's... I'm going to say something crazy. I don't think Captain Falcon needs to be in Smash 6. I think that, like, having so many characters and having them all have cool stuff, like, has made it so that people don't latch on to Captain Falcon the same way that they did in previous games. You know? Like, Captain Falcon used to be the face of Smash. Now who is? Like, I don't know if there's one face of Smash anymore. It was like Captain Falcon and then Fox. Because, like, haha, Fox 20XX, Fox only, Final Destination, no items. But it was like Captain Falcon, you know? It's like the same reason that we still have Jigglypuff. She, like, fills a really interesting, like, gameplay niche that is not filled by any other character, really. And because of that, we, like, have kept her around even though she's just, like, a random Pokemon. You know? But, like, in the next Smash game, I don't want to see Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. I don't want to see Pit. I don't want to see Link, Toon Link, and Young Link. I don't want to see Marth. I don't want to see Marth. I want to see other Fire Emblem characters. If the best-selling one was the one that Byleth is from, we can keep Byleth, like, as our sword character, you know? But, like, I don't feel like Legacy Smash characters have the same power that they used to. I don't feel like they have the same pull. Because, like, honestly, who is, like, okay, name your favorite Smash Ultimate character. Nobody's saying Marth. Nobody's saying Captain Falcon. Lots of people are saying Donkey Kong, right? And Donkey Kong is like, I think he has to stay for that reason. But, you know, Ness, Lucas, Falcon, Marth, Roy, Pokemon Trainer, Lucario, Greninja, Incineroar, like the like, you know, Lucina, Rob, and if we're really, like, if we're really getting devious about it, we can remove some, like, real, like, mainstay type of characters too. Like, should Snake be in the next game? No. You know, people love Snake. People are always so excited when Snake is in the game. I would rather him not be in the next game. If they can just make something that feels, like, different, that's, like, fun to move around in, and they give us a bunch of inventive characters. Rivals of Aether is, like, such a fun game, and they don't have that many characters, you know? Like, there's a lot you can do with a small... Oh man, sorry guys. I overexerted my voice. Woo! There's a lot you can do with a small roster. And I think that, like, Breath of the Wild Link deserves to be in the game. Mario with, like, stuff from Mario Odyssey and Mario Wonder deserves to be in the game. I think having a Pokemon trainer with, like, you know, the current popular Pokemon is also pretty cool, right? And maybe that does mean, like, Charizard, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna have the new megas in the new game. Like, what if we just get, like, a new Pokemon trainer with, like, the cool Pokemon from the new, like, Pokemon Z to A game, right? What if we get that? And then... You know, something I think that's interesting, though, is I'm, like, calling for them to cut down the roster. I think that, like, Villager or Isabelle should still be in it. So many people love to play Animal Crossing. And then Kirby has to be in. And Kirby, I think, is the hardest to change. You can definitely give him a new up B. And there are probably better things to give him for his side B, but I don't know what they are, you know? And I should know what they are, because I like, love Kirby. Maybe you give him, like, Jet or Wing or something, like something that'll make him fly to the side, or Burning. But that's his dash attack. And then for dash attack, you can give him something else. Like, you give him the slide, but that's his down tilt. Oh, it's not his down tilt. Wait, does he not have access to the slide? The slide should be his down tilt. Whatever. Point is, there's a lot you can do. And if I have one character that I really want for the next Smash game, man, I don't even know. I really have absolutely no idea. I feel like they added so many characters. What are, like, my favorite games? I've been really enjoying Pikmin, but, like, low-key get Olimar out of Smash. And then they add him as DLC when the next Pikmin game comes out, and then everybody plays Pikmin, and everybody's really happy. And they've completely reworked how he plays. Man, I don't know who I want for Smash. But yeah, basically I just want, like, a completely reworked cast. And I'm happy for them to go back to their roots. And, you know, they could even launch with, like, the Smash 64 roster. Although I think that would be a terrible idea. Because that includes, like, Captain Falcon, Ness, Jigglypuff, you know, all them. Like, these characters that, like, don't really deserve a spot more than some others do. Like, Bowser should be in the game, you know? But, like, can we see a Bowser that is more inspired by, like, his actual appearances? Because... Sorry, guys. Like, in Bowser's Inside Story, he has so many cool attacks. And they, like, didn't give him almost any of them in Smash. You know? So, I just hope that they... I hope that they give us a bunch of cool stuff when we play the new Smash game. And I hope that they let me plug in a GameCube controller. That's really it. I hope they let me plug in a GameCube controller. Also, I would be cool with the Mario Kart roster being relatively cut down. Like, we don't need the Koopalings. We just don't. You know? Especially if you have, like, there are more interesting characters to pick, right? Like, let us play as a Koopa Troopa. Why can you not play as Koopa Troopa? You should be able to play as Koopa Troopa. Sorry, guys, I was just quiet there because I was making sure I didn't get hit by this truck. It's really big, and I think they need to merge over. So I was just, like, keeping a watchful eye on them as I drive. So, yeah, oh, right, so, like, you can't play as Koopa Troopa, what is that? And, like, I don't know. If you only get to play as one color Yoshi, that's fine. As long as we get, like, Koopa Troopa, we get the main guys. I feel like Rosalina is a main guy now. And I like them forcing Pauline to be a real guy, you know? Because we need more, like, women. We need more women in the franchise. Like, every girl has to pick Peach or Daisy or Rosalina. I don't know. That's just a little much, you know? So I think Pauline is a really good thing. But, like, let us play as Toad, you know? Give us Toad and Toadette, but don't give us Villager and Link. You know? If it's Mario Kart and not Nintendo Kart, then I'm happy with a smaller roster if the game feels really different from Mario Kart 8, you know? Like, I hope it's not just Mario Kart 8 reskinned, you know? I mean, I'll still be happy because we'll get new tracks and it'll be cool to, like, play with new stuff. But I just want it to feel differently. I actually don't even care if we get new items. I just want the game to feel different. Like, the systems in Mario Kart Wii are so fun to drive in. And then Mario Kart 8, I would say, is, like, fun to drive in. But it just feels, like, stale at this point. Because, I don't know. It's not as, like, difficult as Mario Kart Wii, I guess. I'm not exactly sure why Mario Kart Wii feels so good. But it does feel really good. And, 200cc is really nice. I really appreciate 200cc. I really hope it comes back. Because Mario Kart 8 actually, like, it's not stale if you play 200cc. It's just like when you play with people that are not trying to game, they're trying to have fun, play Mario Kart, and you're just playing at 150, like, it'll get a little tiresome after a while. But yeah. Guys, I'm gonna say it, I would be cool with Falco not being in the next Smash game. I don't think he should be. Like, why would he be? They haven't had a Star Fox game in, like, donkey's years, It's just like Smash Legacy. Like, everybody loves Falco in all the games. They think he's, like, so fun. Oh, there's a policeman slowing down the traffic. Or maybe they're just closing the lane that I'm in. I don't know. Regardless, policeman slowing things down. But yeah, I think Falco shouldn't be in the next game. He's, like, got a legacy from Smash. I love Melee Falco more than, like, any character in anything ever. He's so fun. But I'm just not all that sure that he deserves a spot anymore. Put Miku in Smash. That's who I want. I want Miku in Smash. That's not true, guys. I'm being silly. This guy in front of me was, like, staying neck and neck with this policeman and, like, not passing him. And so he merged over to, like, avoid the policeman. But, like, he left. I'm going the speed limit slightly under, and I'm passing the policeman by. I don't know why this dude had to get over to pass the policeman. Like, we're chilling. Guys, something crazy is being transported. This is like an unbelievable big truck. I've never seen anything like this, and it's like a whole convoy. Because they have, like, multiple trucks that are, like, multiple highway patrol cars, that are, like, protecting this truck. And it's, like, the biggest transport car I've ever seen. So that's just wild to me. But yeah. Man, and can we get a new moveset for Pikachu? Like, why does Pikachu have Thunder Jolt and Skull Bash? Where he goes, Pikachu! And he shoots a little lightning ball that bounces along the floor. Like, why does he have that? I'm a big fan of keeping Thunder, his down B that calls, like, lightning from the sky. I think Thunder can stay, because that's, like, a super cool, super unique move. And casuals love it. Like, when I was really young, that's, like, all I would do, is I would just use Thunder over and over again. And I would call lightning down from the sky. And my children opponents, because I was a child, they would get hit by it, and I'd be like, whoa, this is the best move ever! So I like Thunder, but like, why do we have the little lightning bouncing on the floor move? Why do we have the move where he shoots himself across the stage? And why do we have the move where he zips twice, where he goes, beep, beep? Like, that move is really fun to use, but, like, why does Pikachu have it? It's not from anything. They call it Quick Attack. That's not what Quick Attack is. Quick Attack just means he goes fast and tackles you. There's just so much that you could do. Like, Pikachu, he could have some kind of Thunderbolt move, because that's what he always used in the anime. Or, like... Excuse me, sorry. I'm yawning. Like, there was a while where they replaced his favorite move and it wasn't Thunderbolt anymore. It was Electro Ball. Like, why doesn't he have Electro Ball? You know? I just don't get it. We have the same characters that we've had for, like, longer than I've been alive. And the only thing that changes is, like, the game systems. I feel like it was warranted to stay the same from 64 to Melee. But, like, when we're moving from Melee to Brawl, like, why is Pikachu still doing basically the same stuff? I don't know. Like, basically the only thing that changed was that now, instead of doing a kick for his back air, he does, like, a spin where he looks like a pizza. Like, what the heck, man? So, I just beg and plead that for Smash 6 that we get something new. Just give me something new. Please. Why does Peach float? Oh, it's from Mario Bros. 2. Never mind. She should keep that. But why did, like, no other characters float? Ganondorf is in, like, dire need of a rework. He's just, like, big, strong Captain Falcon guy. Because they, like, ran out of time and needed to add characters in Melee in, like, when they were developing it in the year 2000. Why does a time crunch in 2000 stop Ganondorf from having any really cool magic stuff in 2020 friggin' 5, you know? It's just sad. It's sad. So I hope that things change, and I would be willing to sacrifice the roster size for it. Give me a new awesome Mario. Give me a Luigi that's based on Luigi's Mansion and maybe the Mario and Luigi games. Give me movement that feels good. Give me, like, a combo system that feels rewarding but not too stale. And I'll play your game forever. But it's just crazy that, like, I'm feeling like I don't want to play Smash Ultimate, you know? Like, what happened? The answer is it's been many years and the game does not have difficulty in execution. And what difficulty it does have is forced by poor systems. So, like, there's a lot of delay. There are, like, 8 frames of input delay every time you do a move. It's like every time you do anything. It's like if I press left on the stick, it'll take 8 frames before that, like, input is received. And it comes out on the screen. So that's annoying. And then on top of that, they have, like, a 10 frame input buffer. And, you know, I won't get into it because I've arrived, but basically that just makes the game feel like bad to me. So, yeah. And, you know, I know this is stupid to ask, but can we have, like, new console, new Nintendo? Can we all of a sudden start having options in our video games? Like, can we have a toggle to turn off the music? Can we have a toggle to change, like, really what I'm saying is, like, in Smash, can we just have a toggle to change what the buffer is? Like, leave it at 10 and call it, like, advanced controls, and show a pop-up that's like, you should only mess with these if you are, like, an experienced fighting game player. And then the kids are like, oh my god, I don't know what's happening, and they leave. And then I, a Smash player who has been playing Smash and other games for, like, forever, can say, I would like literally like 2 buffer? Probably 2. I would play with 2. I'd be cool with 2. My favorite feeling is melee though, which is 0. Having absolutely no buffer is so fun. Like, it'll never happen again. We're past that era, because you, like, need a buffer to like make the game easy. But just a video game where it's just hard to do things correctly is just so much fun, because you just do it, and then eventually you're gaming, and it's like the best, you know? It's like a hard Pikmin challenge. You're like, wow, this is really hard, and eventually you figure it out, and then you execute on it, and you gotta, like, do everything just as you planned, and then it's a little difficult to do that. It's such a wonderful feeling. And I just want to have that wonderful feeling when I play platform fighters, when I play Smash type games. And you're only going to get that with Melee. You're never going to get that again with another video game, because there's no reason to make there be no buffer. Like, every game is going to have a buffer of at least, like, 3, you know? Because if you have a buffer of 0, then people are going to be like, what the heck? I literally pressed left there. My guy didn't go left. Like, what is this? And it's like, well, maybe you were a 60th of a second too early, bozo. And that's just how it works. That's just how it works. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the future entails for the Switch 2. I'm excited to hopefully get a Smash 6. I'm excited for speculation on what characters are going to be in it. I really hope that it's a small, well thought out roster. I hope that if we get Jigglypuff back, she has, you know, a different move than Sing for her up B, and if it's Sing, then it's reworked and it's not just a circle where she goes Jigglypuff. Like, give her like a music note or something that she shoots forward and, like, puts people to sleep instead. Can we just get that instead? Nintendo, just steal from all the mods. Just steal from the mods. Like, Project M has such good ideas for all your characters, and Huge Raw Remix has such good ideas for all your characters. And just like fan videos, people have so many ideas for how Link could function. Give him Rivali's Gale, and he flies up for up B, instead of being like, I know we'll do spin attack, and then make his neutral be like spin attack, and make his... I'm cool even with 2 Links. I know that's crazy of me to say, but, like, if it means that we get 2 different movesets for Link, and we get like a Breath of the Wild type of Link, and we get a like a classic Link, like with his like items that you get in the 2D Zeldas, like, I'd be fine with that. It's just that we've been playing the same characters for so long. You know? Like, I can do up air, up air, up air in 5 Smash games with Mario. For the 6th, maybe we get a different up air, and maybe we get something that's a little more interesting for his combo routing. You know? If you make it so that he has no strong moves that are gonna, like, I don't know, man. If you make it so there are no strong moves that are going to send out when you're facing the opponent, except like one that's really slow. I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is you designed Mario in a way such that the only realistic option is doing up air, up air, up air, up B. When we could have other things, we could get a mix-up, you know? Like, it would be a mix-up, or at least like a reaction test, if you would just make it so that he has anything to do other than up B at the end. Give him something that combos. Add a little tiny bit of hit stun so that his forward air connects. Or anything. Let him reverse back air and give him a little bit more hit stun so that he can do the reverse back air and make the back air actually hit hard enough that he has a reason to go for it. Just give me some variety, man. I just left my hat in my car. Just give me some variety. That's all I'm asking for, you know? I want to play an engaging video game. And they're not letting me do it. They're giving me a video game where it's easy to become stale because of the decisions that they've made in the design process of these characters. Does it feel good to get like a low Mario up air so that you can combo more up airs? Yes. But when I get the low up air, I want to do something. And if I do low up air, like up air nair, it's like I'm fishing for my opponent to fumble. And I don't want that. I want a real like RPS situation that's like juicy. There's something to sink your teeth into and like make reads based on what you've seen your opponent do in the past. Everybody, comment below who is your favorite character in Mario Kart? Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Like, subscribe, do all that great stuff, and yes, good bye. That's my house. I'm going to my house.